Hey, what's going on, everybody? How you doing? Hope everybody can hear me okay. I don't know why you wouldn't be able to, but what's up? How you doing? Thank you for coming by in support of Variety is Hope and helping out our Heckraiser charity this weekend. Hope you guys are doing well. It's been an incredible event. Thank you guys again for coming out on such short notice, too. Kind of killing it with the donations here. But if we can keep pushing it, it'd be really cool to see that big 10K tonight, possibly. Anyways, I just heard Scott and Bark and Gear talking about Cryptid Hunt a little bit, and it's not just one game. I have like a little medley of Cryptid Hunter games all set up. So it's going to be like a variety of games appropriately, you know, for the event and all. And then if there's time, we'll play some Monstrum, which is kind of a cryptid game. So anyways, we need to find Mothman. Yeah, we might find Mothman. It's possible. Let me start this up here. But before we find Mothman, there are some other cryptids. I mean, it's up to, you know, everyone's speculation whether or not some of these guys are cryptids or not. Whoops. Let me turn that music off. There we go. Also, there's going to be probably some loud sounds. Oh yeah, we're going epic. Just a warning. Some monsters possibly. You know, if we get lucky. So maybe watch your volume. I'll try to let you know. So first, play a game called Amber Skull. Oh, immediately. I already have it like down to 50%, but it wasn't good enough. All right, there we go. Everything's so loud. Just to, you know, rub it in a little bit. Oh, I just wanted to turn it down. When your entire immersion's broken. Anyways. Other than that really loud sound, I don't know exactly what's hiding out here. Yeah, we got the movie horns. So I'm pretty sure you just follow this cable and you hide in these little like bunkers. All right, anyways. I do have someone who might know a little bit more about the monsters and stuff, so I'm gonna call my friend Professor Mono. And see if he's got some information on the Yeti. You there, dude?
Yes. I heard there's some mysterious things happening in this stream, and I just had to show up.
Are you listening to the stream in the background?
Oh my god, is it echoing back?
It was a little bit. Why were you listening?
Curious. Okay, it's muted now.
All right. I wouldn't expect you to make that mistake, Professor Mono.
Yeah, I'm more of an expert in just cryptids and weird stuff, not really technology. So,
Can you guys hear monotonous? Okay.
can you hear me? Hello?
He's a little quiet.
Okay, I'll keep mine in the same volume. Are you able to put mine up?
Yeah, I'm trying to find the mixer for that.
Or I could just put myself up.
Yeah, you could do that too. That would help. All right, talk now.
All right, how's this?
That's better. A little pretty drastic change, but all right. You're good. You're good. All right, talk again for me.
Hello.
All right, that should be okay. And then the chat can yell at us if it's not.
All right, looks like it's better now.
All right, cool. Well, anyways.
So it looked like you were in some kind of danger right now. Could you describe the situation to me?
Well, I woke up in the Himalayan mountains and there was a cord in the ground and I started following it and then like a giant snow beast attacked me. Now he's quiet again.
So are you in any immediate danger?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm just hiding in like a crate.
All right, well, you should actually just face your fears directly. You should leave the bunker immediately, and for science, if you could sacrifice yourself, perhaps have this creature kill you, that would be great for science, and I can get some more details for you while you do that.
I think it's kind of like a cheap Yeti, like a dollar store bootleg Yeti.
Great value Yeti. Yeah, I've heard of these.
What?
Let me bring up the
For some reason,
Cryptopedia.
I'm also like seeing, like I'm in a VHS. I forgot about that. This is all, pre-recorded apparently. Also, I turned mono up, so it should be not too bad now.
Yeah, I'm talking closer to my microphone too. So what I did figure out is that there is actually a distinction between Bigfoot and Yetis and abominable snowmen. I guess they all come from different parts of the world. I never knew that.
Yeah, well, I think, yeah, exactly. There's just a rich history of giant gorillas, haunting the landscape. Also, I think this one in particular is like related to the lead singer of Disturbed. I don't know if anyone heard that. He sounds just like that guy.
It's the origin story of Disturbed.
That's why he has like those crazy piercings. They grew up in a Tibetan monastery together.
Yeah, Yetis are known for having tattoos, piercings all over their body, and interested in music, perhaps being vocals in a band, all kinds of normal Yeti activity like that.
I don't know. I think the Yeti is a little bit cooler than like the American Bigfoot stories, though. He's like has a little bit more respect and renown, it seems like, in those stories. Also, there's a cliff. I don't know where exactly to go. I have to go backwards. Oh! Or maybe I went backwards completely. I'm not sure.
And yeah, so like I'm reading about Yetis, and it's always kind of these like mythological stories that have like a moral to it, and like, oh, the great Yeti of like this Tibetan culture that visited the children and blah blah blah. And then I look up Bigfoot, and it's just like, well, one day in the Appalachians I saw a big hairy man in the woods, and I think it was Bigfoot. And that's like the entirety of the story. So yeah, Yeti is way better than Bigfoot, confirmed.
Yeah, I just think it has, I don't know, less awful TV shows being made about it. Just like has a little bit more of like a spiritual value as a cryptid compared to most. Yeah, I don't think that's actually a Yeti.
And a funny thing that I read here is that apparently there's a theory that the word Yeti, I have no idea if there's super loud noises happening when you're
No, you're good now.
So it's apparently that the word Yeti is very possibly a corruption of the word Medi, which is a regional dialect term for bear. So it could very well be that one culture was just talking about a bear and then someone misheard it and turned it into a whole story, and then it just like snowballed from there and became a legend.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how most of these stories. I mean, have you ever see footage of like bears walking on their hind legs, which they do kind of often, especially if they like injure their front paws or something like that? Like, it's pretty scary looking. Like,
And I never knew that bears can apparently run at like 40 miles per hour. Like you would never expect something of that size being able to be like side by side a car going down like a country road or something like that. But apparently they do.
yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm pretty sure like 95% of, maybe 99% of Yeti sightings are just like people seeing bears like walking on their hind legs.
Or just
Pretty sure.
or just local hairy man walking around naked outside could very well be Bigfoot as well.
All right. The next adventure we're going on here is the rake.
And very suspicious about the rake is that it is not on the official list of cryptids. I have a feeling this one may be fake.
I want to believe. Now, the rake, despite all its popularity on the internet, is not. It's like got one of the lamest like origin stories. It's just like a creepypasta, basically. But they always bring up the rake. Like, that's the graphic you always see if you Google cryptids and stuff like that. It's always like, you know, he's basically like a gray alien.
Yeah. I think this might be another case of a local culture was actually saying the word fake, but then someone overheard it as rake, and then they made a legend about it. I think that's pretty much the origin story of all cryptids in a nutshell.
I mean, there was like a news broadcast. I think if you go on like, I don't know, there's like some cryptid wiki. Like
Yeah.
some, I don't know. It's like essentially like some dumb story. I think it's some story that someone tricked the news into broadcasting, and like it just became an urban myth after that. You know what I mean?
Pretty much, yeah. And I think it's no coincidence that when I Google search the rake, creepypasta.fandom.com is the first result.
Yeah, and then the gif of Sideshow Bob stepping on a rake and getting hit in the face too is like the next one I always find.
It just makes the story all more legitimate.
They have all these real pictures of the rake here too. You got that.
Well, why is there Bigfoot pictures in that van as well?
I think originally there was going to be more cryptids in this game, but they like lost, you know, nobody bought the game or something like that happened. I don't know. Or they abandoned it. That definitely, I don't know. I don't even know where that's from. They have some random newspaper articles. I think that's the picture that they showed on the news once, and then the story like took off from there. Which is just like probably some animal in like a hunting camera that got like, I don't know, a frame taken out of context or something like that. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it even looks like that particular photo was supposedly taken in 2010. So the rake is a very new cryptid, probably the newest one I can think of.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, the internet definitely blew up all these stories, and people are like hunting around on the internet for stories like this to tell, so kind of embellishes it constantly.
But I think that's kind of the fun part of cryptids, though, is that, you know, a lot of people jump in and it's like, no, fake, this is so fake, and things like that. But I mean, like, what if? Like, it's fun to think about, you know? Like, okay, it's probably not real, whatever, but it's fun to think about. And I think that's where a lot of the thrill of cryptid hunting comes from, is like imagining and putting your own story behind it, doing things like that.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would agree with you, especially a lot of Hollywood movie producers, like the people who made The Tall Man and the Slender Man movie and stuff like that.
Oh, that's right, The Tall Man. Wasn't that the... Yeah, we watched that. What was... That, like, was barely cryptozoological, right? It was just literally, like, a dude who was tall and didn't even show up until, like, way later in the story. I don't remember fully.
Yeah, they're all like just bastardizations of like the boogeyman story, basically. I don't know, just like a big scary person will come get you if you don't do what we want you to do, basically.
Guess just ways of teaching children, kind of like how I always thought it was funny that in my Russian language class, how we learned about Father Snow and how greatly different the old Russian Christmas kids stories are compared to like
Oh yeah, they're just like all like
European.
demons and stuff and witches
Yeah,
and wizards and stuff.
yeah, like in America, it's like, oh, okay, we got Saint Nicholas, who's here to bring joy to all and visit the children, and everyone should be merry, have a good time. And then some of the older Russian, like Father Frost stories are like, Father Frost is coming, and if you don't give him gifts, leave them in your shoes, winter will be terrible. He may find you. You may freeze to death. You gotta like give candy and give things to Father Frost, beg for forgiveness.
Yeah, everything has like really sharp teeth and is going to eat you too if you don't do what you want them to do. And like there's a lot of curses. I don't know, I'm pretty sure that's where all like Grimm's fairy tales come from, is like all those cautionary fairy tales all
Yeah,
melted
definitely.
together.
And then I think something that was kind of funny too is that in modern times that there's some kind of like a fairy character that was added on to the Father Frost story to make it a little more friendly to children these days. So there is still the threat, and you have to like beg for forgiveness from Father Frost. But now there's a fairy that that thanks the children for their charitable donation to this death monster that comes every year.
I don't know what this sound is that's playing. There's just like a car going by, it sounds like. Like we're supposed to be out in the middle of the woods, but the sound clip is just like an abandoned like lot next to the highway. That's what it sounds like. There's a giant mountain next to me, but
I bet.
oh shit!
Uh-oh.
All right, so yeah, that's the rake.
Oh god, yeah, I just saw it on your stream.
Who's just like a kind of a like tall gray alien with like a sharp hand. He just surprises you sometimes. Just drops in.
Something interesting I see here. When you look at the definition of a cryptid, for people that don't know, it says like creatures from myth and legend, supposedly supernatural or paranormal entities, extinct creatures said to still inhabit specific areas, known animals in areas that are not known to inhabit. It goes on and on. So it's basically
it's like a catch-all for everything.
And I've heard that the word cryptid is not used by the scientific community. It's kind of like a
wait. So,
thing.
But cryptozoologist is a real thing, isn't it? Isn't that an actual?
I guess so.
Study?
Maybe it's changed over time, but I seem to remember that there was some article talking about like the booming interest in cryptids and things like that. And then there was like an interview with someone like a biologist or someone who's really good at this. And they're like, yeah, we don't actively study any of these things. This is all just the result of word of mouth and the internet and just old stories coming back to life. Like, if you find something for us to research, let us know. But
dude, it's all History Channel's fault. In the future,
right.
In like 30 years, they're going to be like studying like all the damage the History Channel has done over the past like 20 years. People are like, oh my God, what are they doing? Like all this like bad information on the History Channel.
Yeah, we owe it to the History Channel for the decline of the education system in our country. Isn't like their top show like Pawn Stars or something like that?
No, but I mean like Ancient Aliens and stuff. I'm pretty sure that those are the kind of shows that feature like cryptozoologists. And if that's not an actual field of biology, then I don't know. It's kind of dishonest, I guess. What the hell is that? Some kind of four-legged cryptid just came up to me and ran away. I don't know what it was. I'm not sure. I've never seen one before.
Maybe it was Babe. It was corrupt Babe. You're going to find a terrible spider that's going to come back with it.
No, I'm sure there's like a pig cryptid. Someone's made like a
Let's see.
Like a profile for that. Or there's like an SCP of a pig or something.
Let's see what happens when I Google search pig cryptid. We got the swine. Okay, very creative name. Oh, never mind. Okay, there's no story behind it. Sea swine. SEA swine. Let's see what this is.
Wasn't that like in a movie where people were getting eaten by pigs? Wasn't that like there was a horde of pigs that were just like breaking into people's houses and eating everyone?
I believe it. Sounds fun. It says sea swine are aquatic creatures said to have been sighted by explorers in early modern era. They're known on many maps, or they're shown on many maps during this time, as well as being mentioned by Conrad Gesner, who is considered to be the founder of modern zoology. Interesting. There's a picture of it too. It's like a pig with scales and webbed feet. Interesting.
This water is so vibrant. Just like I'm in a Lisa Frank folder or something like that.
Right.
Oh, I don't think this is where I was supposed to be.
I think you're actually swimming in mouthwash right now. Looks
Yeah,
like.
it's just like Colgate. Okay, there's some stuff in here. Well, this game originally was supposed to have like a Loch Ness monster, I think, and like Bigfoot and aliens and the rake, like all hanging out. But I don't think it really ended up working out, because how would you have the Loch Ness monster in the same biome as like all these other cryptids? I don't know.
Yeah, I think the Loch
Maybe,
Ness
like-
monster, the whole premise of it is that it hides in the fog. So if you have this little pond in the middle of a forest and you see the Loch Ness monster, you can just like run out and grab it.
Yeah, exactly. Plus, they would be like stepping on each other's toes. Like, I don't know. It just wouldn't work out. I'm sure there's like a heat map for each cryptid. Like, they can't really impede on each other's area because they would just overwhelm people.
But modern cryptids probably have smartphones with them, and they have like GPS trackers in one another, and they have like they coordinate to make sure that you can't ever see two cryptids in one place at once.
Oh, yeah. I think so, Mono. Well, I'm glad we have you here for your professional advice.
Yes. Make money off of going to Wikipedia, typing in Yeti, and reading stuff.
I'd like to also remind everyone that we're raising money today in support of the Variety's Hope Heckraiser fundraiser. What are we at? We're at 68.74 right now.
And the total is not counting bits and subs, right?
Oh, yeah. I think that all is getting added on at the end.
Potentially even more. Right, and we have a goal, I believe, of like 10,000 or so tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's definitely reachable. We still have Joel coming up tonight. So there's still much more. Stay tuned and watch. I think we go until like midnight, is it? Oh, it looks like 12. Well, my time, 12:30, but East Coast, that would be like 1:30 for wrap up.
All right. Oh! Yeah, I just got like parkoured by the rake. Just like jumped off cave wall.
Oh, God.
Pushed me down.
That was a style move. Yeah, he like runs up the side of the wall.
Oh, how do you think they got this soundbite? You hear that? Or you're probably not listening to the stream.
Yeah, I don't want to have my voice echo. Let's see.
It was like I was like stepping in a jar of like a giant kiddie pool full of like mayonnaise.
Sounds like you've experienced that before.
I mean, it's just like a really nasty sound, man.
So when I'm reading the article about cryptids and things like that, that it makes a distinction between paranormal and supernatural. And I've actually thought a lot about this, and that apparently paranormal means things that are currently unknown but could potentially be figured out if we get more information about it. Whereas like supernatural are supposed to be things that like humanity will never figure out, things that are like beyond human comprehension. So like I think supernatural is supposed to be things like ghosts, whereas paranormal and more like aliens and cryptids. So now these days, I always say that I'm more interested in paranormal. It's like, someday maybe we'll be able to go out and get some coffee with Bigfoot. He'll come clean and be like, yeah, guys, it was me the whole time. Let's just chat about it.
What about something like the Mummy, though? That's like both, because the Mummy is real. It's a tangible, historic figure. But it's also... Whoa! Oh my God, that deer came out of nowhere. What the hell is he doing? The heck is he doing? He was obviously going somewhere.
It reminds me of that video where that guy's like, is that a deer? And then it's like, let me see your face. And he climbs up the ladder and then he just like dies from laughing.
I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea what video you're talking about, but that description was pretty good.
Definitely. It's probably if you just say, is that our
also, what
goat
the fuck?
ladder or something?
Just like a pig just like took me out at the ankles. If you get hit by a wild boar in the wilderness in the ankles like that, you're done. You're going down.
Yeah, I heard wild boars are like a legitimate concern. It's one of those things where it's like, local villages terrorized by boars.
Oh, there's like deers and boars everywhere here. You can see why. See why the cryptids would live here. They have no fear of people, though. I guess he does, kind of.
Looks like our donation total just reached 6902. So as they all say, that is a what is it? Great. Oh no, it's
every number, for the next $100 is technically a nice number if it's prefaced by 69. So, and then you got 6969, which is double nice, and it goes on from there.
I think there's a term for when you have, 4 or more people? Okay. But imagine being that 2. You got the 6, 9, and there's a 0, but that feeling when you're the 2 at the end that's just standing there awkwardly. But that's how life be sometimes.
I don't know what you're talking about. They're just numbers. There's no connotation at all.
True.
They're just nice numbers. All right, so just like really camping there. I don't think there's anything else to do for the rest of the day. So you just go to bed. Just sleep it off. I don't know why the Rake there's by far more games for the Rake than there are any other cryptid. Like there's no games for the Loch Ness Monster. I've been trying to find one for a few weeks. They're all like, there's some, but they're like, I don't know. They're not, they're just like little weird games. You don't go hunting.
The whole market they got to get on. Need some more Nessie games.
Like that was the one I saw all the time growing up, like in the grocery store checkout line. Like that's when you would see the National Enquirer and stuff like that. And oh shit, there's someone walking out there. And I clicked outside the game. This game also doesn't lock your mouse in, so I think if you hit escape, it does lock it a little bit better.
No, so if anybody is in VidyaBum's chat right now, you should head over to twitch.tv/varietyishope. I put a link in there. We're all kind of merged together for this event. And just by hanging out in the Variety is Hope chat, you can help them get closer to Twitch partnership. It's by keeping viewer numbers good, showing them that we're very popular. So I recommend you guys go over to that chat.
Yeah, I thought I put it in emote mode, so there shouldn't be too many people hanging out there anyways. Something's walking over there. I think this is probably a pretty dangerous situation too. If someone just like drove out into the middle of the woods and with an RV and just some guns, was like, yeah, I'm going cryptid hunting, and like no the license or anything like that. Like, I don't know. It's kind of strange. I bet you there's stuff like this that happens though.
I wonder if there's ever been a crossover between...
What was that?
Uh-oh.
It's just a camera. Never mind.
If there's ever been a crossover between what is it, Forest Ranger stories and Cryptid Hunters, where the Cryptid Hunter was hunting the Forest Ranger the whole time. He didn't know it. And the Forest Ranger is being hunted by some mysterious entity, and they both had the same story from different perspectives. That would be like an amazing crossover. I'd like to see a movie about that.
There's actually a game called, I was going to play it today, but it's a little bit longer. It has like more of a narrative. Hear a bunch of things walking. You are a forest ranger, and I don't know if you're like a fire watch person or not, but I don't know. There's some cryptid running around the woods. It's like eating campers. I think it's the goat man.
Oh,
the goat, dude. The goat man is getting really, really popular. I don't know what's up with that too. There's a bunch of different like goat man stories too. Like there's a bridge, the goat man bridge, and then there's like the goat man story where like it's a CIA experiment where they were like splicing. Oh my God. What? That's like the sound of dirt rolling down a cliff. Why would that? All right. So there was like a lab in Maryland run by the CIA that they were like splicing goat genes into people, and they made the goat man. I think that's the story for the goat man.
I guess his life was never the same after hosting a show on Saturday Night Live. Was it Hey, Remember the 80s? Or Remember the 90s? Whatever that show was. Did you ever watch that?
The Goat Man?
Remember Goat Boy on SNL?
Oh, barely. Oh, okay.
Then he lost his show, and apparently maybe he became a cryptozoological legend.
I mean, I'll have to defer to you on that one.
Just bring up a clip of SNL real quick and immediately get shut down.
Who was the goat boy? Like Dana Carvey?
No, it was someone who was only on SNL in like the late 90s.
I do remember it. I remember seeing that and being like, I don't like that. Something about it. It was just like the guy from Narnia, basically. I'm gonna hang out in this little Shrek watchtower.
I'm doing research. So let's see. I can't go view this clip on SNL's website because I have ad block. Things that get in the way between me and cryptid hunting.
It should be like all over YouTube, shouldn't it?
Yeah. Oh, it's Jim Brewer.
Oh, Jim Brewer. Okay.
Yeah, he was Goat Boy.
Jim Brewer always gets like little roles like that. Like he's a pretty good character actor, but he's like always like this, got like the same dazed, confused look on his face. Like he always looks like he just woke up and like was sleeping on the couch. Man, there's nothing out here.
Let's see what he's up to these days.
Nah, he's chilling.
The first thing that comes up is apparently he was in Half Baked.
Yeah, he was in Half Baked. That was probably like one of his biggest roles.
Yeah, I was gonna make a joke about him being in a film like that, but apparently he was.
I think he like was talking. I saw like an interview with him. He was saying to get the look he has on his face every time he comes out on stage to do stand up, he just like holds his breath for as long as he can to like kill brain cells before he goes on stage. And then when he comes out, he just like starts talking. So
it's method acting.
It's a really good strategy if you're ever nervous about performing. I don't think the rake really comes out until like the second night. Oh, you can't actually fast forward through it. I forgot about that. Well,
is this the game that has a drone that you can fly?
No, that's the Goat Man game. I'll play that one next. All right. Well, we were just talking about him, so it's appropriate. Do you see the story about the laboratory or the laboratory and Goat Man though? That was like the first thing I saw.
Let's see if I can get info on this. Oh, okay. I think I got it. Let's see what info there is.
All right, so this game is the Goat Man. And I swear all these guys look like Paul Rudd. with like clothes photoshopped onto them. And that guy has a hat that says Brooklyn, but Brooklyn is spelled wrong on it. Like it's not even spelled right.
Funny thing is that with sports jerseys, if there's ever a typo in a player's name and they have to correct it, suddenly those jerseys with the typo gets really valuable. So I bet that's a very expensive Brooklyn or whatever it says on his hat right now.
Broccoli.
Part of a balanced daily diet.
Dude, they're all the same guy. But yeah, the one in the middle looks like Paul Rudd the most, I think. I don't know why. Not sure. Maybe it's just the meme lately. That guy has got some real meme value. He always gets associated with like these. This guy just looks like an ass, kind of. I don't really like him, but we'll be Brooklyn. It all began on February 23rd, 2019, with a call for help from the Greenfield Village. They never give you enough time to read those. Yeah, it's definitely spelled wrong. It's spelled with an I. How do you spell Brooklyn with an I? I guess Brooklyn. I don't know, man.
Maybe that's his wife's name, Brooklyn.
All right.
Like middle name.
So the Goatman game. This is the same setup as the Rake game, except it just drops you right into the action immediately. And yeah, there's like a drone you can fly around. These are all like multiplayer games too, but super janky. But there's a healthy market for these like cryptid hunting games on Steam. It's neat.
I like how
I hope to see
part
more
of
them.
your cryptid hunting arsenal are landmines.
Hey, you got to be careful.
My God. Like, why do we always got to just massacre cryptids? Like, just literally blow them to pieces.
It's just the way it's got to be. Wait till you see this guy. You'll see why. You could play this first. Oh, it says it right there what to do. And I'm like shooting my gun and stuff. Hey, you can like set up cameras. Yeah, there's a bunch of canceled like AAA Cryptid Hunter games. Like there was one for PS3 that was supposed to come out years ago that was going to be awesome, but I don't know. Shows like Finding Bigfoot and stuff kind of like killed it. Like it's so bad.
What's the highest budget cryptid game you can think of?
I don't know. Probably. All right. I'm going to check it out after this, but it's just called Bigfoot now. Originally they called the game Finding Bigfoot, like the show, right? There's a show on Discovery called Finding Bigfoot.
I remember that.
But then the people who made the game, they have nothing to do with the show, but they use like the logo and stuff. And they're like, yeah, we're just going to make a Finding Bigfoot game. They put it on Steam and there was like no one had any issue with it until like the people at the show saw it and they're like, what are you doing? Yeah, here's the drone. So they had to change the name of the game from Finding Bigfoot to just Bigfoot.
Yeah, and I remember the logos look identical still, right? Like,
yeah, it's still it does have the same logo still, yeah.
So someone in chat says that the highest budget cryptid game is probably a Slender Man game.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
But is Slender Man a cryptid? It's just kind of a dude in a suit.
Yeah, I mean, it crosses over. I mean, anything could be a cryptid, let's face it, but yeah, he kind of is. Yeah, I would say so. Oh, this is awesome. I think there's actually like a cult out here too. A cult that summoned the Goat Man.
Makes sense.
There's like a little sleepy village over there. Yeah, this is what Paul Rudd does in his spare time. Just like hunts the Goat Man. Spends thousands of dollars on, what's that?
And when we kind of live in a time where we got all these like retired musicians and actors, like they come out and like, okay, well, I'm going to spend all the rest of my money in hunting aliens. So I don't think it's that out of the, that crazy that Paul Rudd, like, hunt Goatman.
Oh, dude, we should have called Dan Aykroyd. Dan Aykroyd just repeats anything you say about, I think that's Emperor Palpatine, first of all, too. Emperor Palpatine is in the Goatman game.
Crossover of the century.
I don't know who else that would be. I mean, you could probably just call him and be like, I saw an alien today when I went to the grocery store. He flew over my car, and he would tell the story like on a podcast to someone, probably. Oh. Yeah, Emperor Palpatine's just hanging out down here.
We summoned Rob Revolution in chat.
Yeah, it's like a fixation for that. Oh yeah, it is, dude. It totally is him. This drone is awful to control, by the way. J and L to look around. Oh, I don't know what that is. It looks like the modeling for the eyes is off. So like the eyes are off. It's like red, but off center. Where are you? I heard you.
So I got this article about Goatman, and the first thing I see is it says, modern sightings of Goatman hail from Florida, where many believe it's actually a misidentified skunk ape.
Of course, a Florida man. Saw the goat, man.
I've never heard of a skunk ape before. It's interesting.
Skunk ape is like a really smelly Bigfoot. Like that's like the southern version of Bigfoot. They're just like really, they just smell bad. Oh, he's got like a baklava on. What is it, a baklava? Which one's the pastry and which one's the face thing?
Baklava is the pastry, and then balaclava is the head thing.
That's what I meant.
I love balaclavas, by the way. It's like the ultimate solution to being warm in the winter. So for anyone interested in staying warm.
Just got attacked by a bear. He's got red eyes. He's got blood in his eyes.
Must be Bigfoot.
He's got that bloodlust.
Or no, Yeti. Yeah.
This seems like an awful setup. If you're going to go out and hunt cryptids, you rent a truck and a RV, but then you set up the computer outside. Why? Why would you do that? Why would you be in the safety of the RV? Now it's raining. The rain decals are coming through my RV, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Well, also, we're getting like 50-mile-per-hour winds here.
Yeah,
we need to get out of here.
The rain is like horizontal. Like straight line winds happening.
All right, I got to keep flying this thing. Feel a little bit safer flying the drone around than I do. Those sparks, too, are great. They're just like little circles that fly out. Yeah, it's like raining side. It's okay here, though. Somehow it's not raining for Palpatine. All right, I'm going to see what's up over here. I don't know if the roar before, too, was the goat man or just that bear.
This cult seems a lot more interesting to me than Goat Man.
This cult, what about this like random Unity asset that they have back here? I think this is just like to fill out the background. Because I don't think there's anything here. Oh, there's stuff here.
That looks kind of culty. Some ruins.
Can you just like fly a drone like this into someone's like a temple if you saw this out in the forest? What's the legal issues with that? I mean, I guess as soon as you see the statue of like death with a sword, probably doesn't really matter. Oh. Try to get out of here. I don't know. It'd be awesome just to get like a drone to fly around the woods like that, but pretty sure there's a lot of laws concerning flying drones around like that now.
Yeah, I mean, I live right in a downtown area, and I still see a lot of drone flying, but you have to get like a special license to fly them in areas, and it's similar to actually getting a pilot's license. It's like they consider it, an aircraft that you're flying. There's like
we're at 69.
All right.
It's happening. That can only happen once. It's important. Can't go back. Although, no, yeah, we can't go back. Jesus, that pig came right at me. Thank you for all the support, though, guys. We appreciate it. Keep it going through the night. We'll be going until early Monday morning.
Yeah, we got many more hours to go.
Is that the same boar? So it turns out most of these games were just like cookie cutter hunting games, I think, and then they just drop in some of the monster assets at some point because, like, why are there so many wild animals running around? This game and the last one. It's pretty much like the same thing.
I think, you know, a lot of cryptids' origins come from the fact that they're misidentified animals. So you get the full cryptid experience for a split second, thinking that that deer is actually some weird, hairy muscle man in the woods who's got to spread the legend.
Well, it's always like some hunters are like crazy hunters that are proliferating some of the stories too. Like, what the hell is that show? Where it's about a bunch of like monster hunters in Tennessee or something like that. And they just run around pretending to shoot at like the Wolfman and stuff. It's so bad. It's like clearly all rehearsed and fake, but
is it a recent show?
Nah. Oh my God, he's here. He's coming down the mountain. Oh my God. He just shut the door behind me. I'm going to hell. He's got tribal tattoos.
Oh God, I'm seeing it now.
Nah, you're stuck in here. Oh, he's controlling nature. Some like tiny moose just attacked me.
It's like a Warcraft character chasing you.
I can't fight them all. I'm running out of ammo.
Is Pan's Labyrinth all of a sudden?
All right, that was the goat man. All right, maybe it wasn't a little moose. It could have been a deer, but that's kind of what deers are. They're just little moose. So
basically.
Or it was someone just, it was just someone cosplaying for BlizzCon who broke into their barn and they're like, what are you doing? We did a little B&E by accident. Is there a way into this house? Oh, it's just trashed.
So the article explains that I think the origins of Goatman have to do with, I always pronounce this wrong, Baphomet? What? Uh-oh.
After all that, a snake killer. Oh my God.
Sometimes life be like that.
I just fought off the goat man. A moose. Some kind of pig, and then a snake attacked me, and I died to that? All right. Oh, they are the Goatman's cultists. This patch note. The Goatman's cultists were added. This had to have been like a year ago because they were there last time I played this. 3 new events added. Goatman's AI improved. I don't know about that. Did he shut the door himself? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't believe those updates. All right. Well, since we're talking about Bigfoot, we're talking about the game itself, actually.
So this is actually a pretty good one, quote unquote.
Also, you're saying Baphomet and Bahamut. I think Bahamut is from Final Fantasy.
Oh, okay.
It's a dragon.
Well, That's apparently where the imagery of Goatman comes from, was like the goat-like portrayal of Lucifer. So apparently Goatman has a very close connection to Satan and other evil entities, which is a little more interesting than the rake. The rake's just like, well, there's this thing, it has some long fingers, and it was on the news once. And then it has a diagram showing the Goatman.
So I want to make sure I'm not doing like an open online game. Bow, bow. What were you saying? I'm sorry.
It's all right. Because you were just talking about how like every old horror film or any kind of like cryptid thing, it's always like, oh, it's just two teenagers like making out in a parking lot, and that's when the murderer shows up. But this has Goatman show up, and he doesn't even terrorize them in this image. He's just sitting and watching. So I think Goatman's kind of creepier in a different way. It's just a very interesting image.
Look at the characters you could be for this game. They all have like, I don't know, there's something for like uncanny valley about all of them. They all look like they just came out of like a cloning vat or something.
They're so like sweaty.
I don't know. There's something I can't quite put my finger on. I don't know, dude. Oh.
Okay, apparently.
That one kind of looks like Vladimir Putin a little bit, actually.
Oh, he does. Kentucky has their own version of Goatman that they call the Pope Lick Monster. I've never heard of that.
The news about the people disappearing in Ross Lake National Park are all over the local newspapers. Over the past year, dozens of victims were found torn apart or disappeared without a trace. I never get time to like read the entire intro to a game like this.
Right.
Oh, 7K. Wow. Coming through.
And I like how before that intro happened, in the top left corner, it said "World saved!" with an exclamation point. So I guess it's over already. You saved the world.
If we hit AK during this stream, I will produce a real Bigfoot hair from the wild. We will go find him and bring back proof. Definitive proof.
You'll be all over the news.
I'll do it. All right, so again, it's exactly the same game, except it's Bigfoot this time.
Yeah, you got the drone. Do you have like 24 landmines too?
No landmines, but like a giant military case with 2 flares inside. This is like a $1,000 like equipment case. You have a signal flare inside that you'd find in like a roadside safety kit. Giant RV. It's definitely the nicest one. Like I would live in this RV, sure. I would hunt Bigfoot for life. Look at this. We got Alienware. We got a little mini fridge. Oh. Apparently he doesn't know how you store food though. Pretty sure that's how you get botulism or something really bad.
God. What's in those dishes in the bottom? It's like tuna or something?
I think it's just more meat. Look, it just says drink on the can. Just so you know. Don't eat this. You need to drink it. Oh, nice. My bullet drawers. Yeah, we got an Alienware over here. This is nice. Alienware definitely would be in support of cryptid hunting. Oh, these people are missing. I have a headlight on, headlamp. Jack Martin. I can't really see their names. Gordon, what does that say? Gordon Cougar? That's a hell of a name.
I seem to remember that this game, there was a map available online that someone actually charted out all of the interesting places to visit, and there's like 4. And then the map is gigantic, though.
Yeah. There's a winter, so there is like a Yeti version of this game. In this game, like a different map you can play, but it's like almost a completely different game, and it's huge. And yeah, there's nothing in it. I don't even know what this picture is. That doesn't look like that looks like just like someone's dog. That just looks like an Irish wolf shepherd. Just hanging out.
Oh, Irish Wolfhound.
Yeah, that's the one.
They're like the largest breed of dog. I know one of my relatives has one. They're gigantic. Like even when they're just walking around on all 4 legs, they're still like 4 foot. I don't know, practically 5, not quite 5 feet. I don't know, like 4, 6.
Yeah, well,
and then when they stand up, they're like 6 foot.
Exactly. If it was like walking on its hind legs. There's someone here. Hello? Who is it? I think it's just the wind. Never mind. False alarm. I heard a woodpecker too, but also he just leaves all these lights on. Oh, he hit the sign too. Camp at your own risk. Bears spotted in the area. What a badass.
I bet his truck is completely disabled after crashing into that sign.
Imagine getting a Bigfoot decal to put on your RV, then like driving it around.
I know, that's a major life choice.
I would definitely do it.
Yeah, full-time Bigfoot hunter.
What does this mean? Snow warning? I don't understand. Oh my God, move.
Is there a freezer in the back or something?
I don't know. All right, well. I think there's a drone in this one too. Yeah, there we go. I will hunt Bigfoot from the comfort of my RV. Let me just put the drone out. Oh yeah, this one has like a way better menu. Yeah, it's just meat. How do you get the flare gun back out? Just heard something.
Okay, I have the map open for this game if you want to know some like interesting spots.
Sure, what do you got?
Well, here's the choices. We got Tourist Camp 1, Shelter 1, Miner's House, Old Hunting Tower 1, Old Hunting Tower 2 and 3, Swamp House, Sawmill, and Old Hunting Tower 4.
Very, very good points of interest. How do you use this? I know there's a way to control that damn thing. I just like put the drone out, but I think you have like a control on you, maybe actually. Yeah, there we go.
Well, you should be very close to the Sawmill, which is just immediately northeast of your spawn point. If I assume the spawn point is base camp. I don't know if there's any way of getting cardinal directions.
Yeah, kind of. So northeast of there, you can't really see much at night anyways. We have to really like kind of wait for the next day, but we're going out with the drone. I think if you hit trees, though, it actually like busts up the drone pretty bad.
Oh, yeah. So in the mini map in the bottom left there, in the top right corner of that map, you see that trail that goes out and just ends.
Yeah.
At the end of that line is the sawmill.
It's kind of hard to tell which way I'm going because of the mini map icon. It doesn't have like any direct. Okay, there we go. I think I'm kind of like, you know, it's an arrow for the person, but for the drone, it's just the drone. So it's hard to tell. Oh no, I'm taking some damage. Ugh! Maybe I'll just fly above the trees. It's probably why drones are Are useful. Wait, I just saw something flying. Oh, no! Oh, no. That thing was thousands of dollars.
Oh, God.
I don't know how to get out of this. There we go. It wasn't that broken. It had like 80% health left, I thought.
Did you go out of range, maybe?
Yeah, maybe. All right. Well, we have to do this the old-fashioned way, I guess. Actually, using the drone is kind of just like a lazy way of playing any game anyways.
I bet all the young modern-day cryptid hunters all use drones, and there's some like...
Oh, my
old
God. I
man.
thought that log was a monster at first. Kind of looked like a dinosaur. It said 13%? What? I thought it said 80. I mean, dinosaurs... I'm hearing some sounds, too. Dinosaurs are kind of like, you know, cryptid in a way. There's all sorts of stories. What was it? Monster Quest that used to be on History Channel? Coming back to History Channel. That had like a few episodes just about dinosaurs. Like people seeing dinosaurs, like Africa and stuff, and like rivers.
Modern-day dinosaurs.
It's like where like a lot of those like Lost World books came from and stuff, I think, too. Or what's his name? Was it Jonathan Doyle or Conan Doyle? The one who wrote The Lost World originally?
Oh,
there's something
Conan
here.
Doyle, yeah. Arthur Conan Doyle. Arthur.
It just made like a achievement sound for finding the sawmill. Day 2. It's raining now. See, the rain decals are even nicer in this one. I just heard something. Heard some growl. Tracking bolts. Like dragons and stuff too. There's definitely like the first stories like that, I guess.
I was reading that the Bigfoot story goes all the way back to like 1920, probably even earlier.
Yeah, I think it probably is like a bunch of well, dude, there's that story of like a Bigfoot village attacking people in some pioneer like town in the 1800s. And they had to like organize a little militia to like go wipe out the Bigfoots, and like the dude who was leading the militia got his head torn off by a Bigfoot. It's a true
I
story.
remember hearing about that, yeah.
It really happened. Just because I don't know his name doesn't mean it didn't happen, but... Oh! Oh no, I think I just broke my leg. Did I really break my leg? Are you kidding me? No, I'm fine.
So the next structure near you just go straight west, is Old Hunting Tower 3. Oh, you're already kind of, let's see. Yeah, that whole northeastern area is pretty empty where you are, but if you head... Okay, everything's so far away. That darker area on the far western side of the map is the Swamp House. That sounds kind of promising.
I keep hearing something growling, though. I'm afraid we're going to get ambushed. Bigfoot's no joke in this game, either. The only problem is, like, these games are just like a giant bullet sponge, basically.
Does Bigfoot's health meter appear on here, and it's like, it's the entire width of the screen?
Yeah, pretty much. Which makes sense. It wouldn't be easy to kill him, but... Actually, I don't think you're even supposed to kill him in this one. Like, you're trying to actually capture him. So it's a little bit more humane.
Oh, I think I looked up the ending to this once. Yeah, it's like, yeah, you're not supposed to kill him. You're supposed to
Well,
trap him.
he gets like incapacitated by being shot, though.
Yeah. And there's like a helicopter that can carry him away.
Oh, yeah, that's in the snow one, actually. It's just like Jurassic Park, basically. Oh, my God.
Yeah, so just southwest of you is the swamp house. It's at the end of that little trail that ends in the middle of the big area.
I think someone got hurt here. Their bones, it's scattered.
Just a flesh wound. We can sleep it off.
Am I back at the camp? Damn it. Oh, no, it's another camp. Tourist camp 2.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I see part of the problem with these campers. They didn't have a floor to their tent, so they were kind of in a lot of trouble from the very beginning. They had a lot of bullets, though.
Have you ever been camping before?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Did you feel like you were roughing it? Like, would you just bring a tent, or like, what was the situation?
Yeah, just like a tent and some other stuff. Never like really roughing it that bad. I don't know. It's kind of like a thing you do when you're younger, I think, because it's like cheap to go camping and, you know, as a way to get out of the house for a night or something like that. But these days, it's kind of more of a pain in the ass. Like going to sleep in the woods by choice is like a good idea, it sounds like, all the time. But then when you actually get out there, it's kind of a pain in the ass sometimes.
I really just wanted to be able to practice making fire. I remember I managed to start a fire with just flint and a knife. I felt like the manliest man ever after I managed to start fire with a stone and a blade.
Yeah, you seem like you could be dropped into the wilderness in one of those survival shows. Oh, there's a cabin out here. This is really spooky. There's like a glow to the swamp. It's just becoming morning though, so it's actually not that spooky. There's like a werewolf out there. Oh. See, I think that's how a deer actually runs, or an elk, or whatever that was. It'll just like slide around like they're playing hockey or something.
Right.
I think this game actually somehow looks better than last time I played it. Oh my God. Emily Jones. What happened here?
Emily Jones found.
How that model for that body is so bizarre. It's like all the skin off her skull is gone, but then her arms were like just looking like watermelons. Everything else in this game is modeled so well, it seems like, and then the bodies were so strange looking. She fell in this cabin. This Airbnb was like probably $150 a night. Nice rustic cabin.
Wonder, can you
Refrigerator.
Can you get cabins on Airbnb? Is there like any restriction?
Oh yeah, you can get all sorts of stuff on Airbnb. There's like a little icon on her. Like I've rented like a small cottage before on Airbnb. There's a lot of that stuff. But I guess, yeah, typically people probably associate it more with like renting an apartment in the city or something like that for the week or something like that. I bet
Yeah,
you could actually go to Airbnb and look up Bigfoot, and there'd be like returns on that. There's like people like, because there's like services on Airbnb too. Like Bigfoot Hunt is definitely one of them. If it's not, it should be.
that'd be interesting. Like some scary old man wearing like animal pelts. Like if you stay at our cabin, this man will take you Bigfoot hunting.
It's like a mom and pop operation where they like pretend to be Bigfoot. Yeah, I could see that. A lot of Bigfoot hunters retiring. Gotta make do somehow.
I know, yeah, it's been a rough economy.
Speaking.
Whoa.
Oh, he doesn't even. What the hell? It's definitely a dude wearing a suit. That's not the real Bigfoot. Oh, he just pushed me down for saying that. Sorry. He didn't really kill me though. He just kind of pushed me down. I took like 4 shots at him.
I love that stride though. He's so confident.
That's such a weird Bigfoot model. I don't know. That looks like the Yeti almost. Like he was so hairy. He doesn't need to be that hairy. He should be like molting in this environment or shedding, whatever it is.
I think this Bigfoot probably ate Goatman, the Rake. He's like the mega Bigfoot, the final boss.
Well, like I said, if we hit 8,000, that will get some of that Bigfoot hair, the real Bigfoot hair. And we'll send it into a lab to get it tested.
So Jeff is going to fight a bear, cut some of its hair off for charity or for a fundraiser.
Oh, the real Bigfoot. See, look how much damage we did. We did like a little tiny sliver. Took like half my health out.
Oh yeah, chat says that wasn't Bigfoot, that was Biggerfoot. It's the upgraded version.
I don't know. I think a lot of it was just fluff. It's like a dog or a cat that's like really fluffy. It looks like it's big. It's really not though. Like if that Bigfoot got wet, he'd probably just look like a normal dude. Just really long hair. Oh, I think I found his cave. Oh my God. Unknown cave, not capitalized. Some perfectly intact rib cage. Bigfoot ate around it. Got the organs out. He likes to eat those parts. Oh my God, we started this. This is our fault. Look how surprised he is by the people attacking him.
Yeah, we were the evil ones all along.
And then this snake obviously represents that snake that just bit me in the last game. What a dick. Yeah, he's not home.
Trying to find a more detailed map, unless there really isn't much else to find. Let's see.
Well, there's four bodies. So they're like, oh, there's 4 lost people. Yeah, they're lost. Does this guy look really lost to you? So you have to find their bodies. I think that's the point of this map. And then also capture him somehow. Prevent more deaths. And those people were probably just hunting Bigfoot themselves, you know?
It's true. It's a tough life hunting Bigfoot. If you keep going, yeah, the direction you're going southeast, there's Old Hunting Tower 1. Might be something there. And then if you keep going even further, there's Miner's House.
I found the park rules. Checks out. I don't know why the rules would be posted up on this. Like, where would this go? There's supposed to be a bridge here? A pretty long bridge. Yeah, I think this is a dead end up here. Yeah. You go back around.
Yeah, maybe Bigfoot is just a tragic story that he's actually being framed by the other cryptids made out to be this murderous beast. The rake is just on the internet, like spreading rumors about Bigfoot and how he kills all these things, and he's really just an innocent man just trying to live out life in the woods.
Do you know Bobcat Goldthorn? What's his name? Bobcat, the guy from Police Academy. You know what I'm talking about?
I remember Police Academy. I don't remember what his name was.
He's like the leader of the gang and stuff. He actually made a movie about Bigfoot. 𝗠𝗢𝗡. Well, whatever his name is. There's a movie called Willow Creek that he made. Willow Creek is where they, recorded that footage of Bigfoot walking originally in California. That's like when the whole thing started.
Oh.
And he made a movie called Willow Creek about like a couple like going out like Bigfoot hunting. And then it's like a found footage movie. It's
How old is it?
It's pretty recent. I don't know. I probably showed it to a bunch of people on Discord one night or something like that. You may have been there.
Probably. Let's see.
It's about Bigfoot like stealing people and stuff. Like,
yeah, I'm looking him up on IMDb.
Oh, it's raining tang right now here too. It's an ominous sign.
Maybe it's blood.
Or some LCL.
Blood.
Just in that one. Oh no, it's everywhere. But yeah, Willow Creek, I would recommend it if I didn't actually know that Bobcat made it until Dan Aykroyd was talking about it. Here's someone walking.
Oh yeah, this is from 2013.
But in Willow Creek, I forget what town it is in California. There's like a whole Bigfoot there's like a restaurant, a Bigfoot restaurant, and like it's just like, Roswell is kind of set up like that now for aliens, how it's like a tourist trap sort of. That's kind of what the town that the Bigfoot stuff happened in is like. There's like a Bigfoot burger you can get at this one store. It's like a foot patty. Oh, hold on, I gotta show this. This is amazing.
I wish I lived near interesting cryptid places. All that Minnesota has is Paul Bunyan. It's like you got Bigfoot and Mothman, all these interesting cryptids, and we got just a really tall lumberjack with a blue ox.
Oh, he's pretty spooky. Paul Bunyan used to scare me a little bit when I was a kid. I'm not gonna lie. When I read that story, dude, look at this. It's a foot burger.
Oh,
they did it before Chills did it, and it's Bigfoot's foot.
Oh no!
Like they made the burger in the cast of a Bigfoot track, and then they made it, and then they started making buns with it. Authentic Bigfoot feet burger.
Like when I think about Bigfoot, it really makes me want to eat a sandwich. It's really appetizing.
It's got mushrooms on it for the flavor, for the fungus flavor. Hold on, there's another. Dude, oh my God, this guy put a picture of his foot next to it. I'm not going to show that. That's awful. Unless that's hamburger meat. What is that? Guys, don't look up Bigfoot burger feet. All right. Look at this bread, though. It's the bun. It's a foot. All right, that's enough of that. Anyways. More rules. Okay, yeah, here's a little hunting tower, watchtower. I don't know what the point is. I guess there's like items to get. Night vision camera.
So if you keep going further south, the next intersection down there is where the miner's house is. It's like a 3-way intersection.
Shouldn't. was gonna make a really dumb joke. I'm just not even gonna do it.
About three-way.
I was gonna say no. I was gonna say, shouldn't they be living with their parents? But
oh, very good.
why do you? Where are you going, dude? Come on. I don't know.
I'm usually.
You're supposed to be a professional professor here.
Well, that's right. I'm the on-call cryptozoologist.
My chat got blocked out by that picture of a hamburger bun. Here we go. Of a Bigfoot hamburger bun. No, it was just a really cheesy joke that I was gonna make, not anything foul. Except for the one time he showed up too. I haven't seen Bigfoot at all. Usually he's like a little bit more aggressive in this game. Like, how long are you gonna be playing this if that's how much damage you do and he runs away?
Well, I think you're supposed to use the tracking darts so that you can see where he is for a while and then, like, I don't know, do damage over time or something on him.
Oh yeah, how do you switch to those? They're not darts either. They're just bullets. Like, I don't know if that really exists. Like a bullet you can shoot into an animal and then follow them.
A bullet with GPS chip in it.
I heard him. I think I heard him. He's over there. Yeah, it seems like that would be not a great idea to shoot a camera out of a gun or a tracker or whatever, I guess. Why would it be a camera? I don't know why I thought that, but
I always think it's just really goofy in games when you can get like modded bullets. Like, we got poison bullets, got ice bullets. It's like, isn't a bullet enough? Imagine, like, what would an ice bullet be?
Well, it's like an ice arrow. It's the same thing.
True.
Oh yeah, I played Witch Hunt a little bit. Oh shit. Something here. It's cool. It's a little bit like RPG-ish almost. You know what I mean? It's got like a whole shop system and stuff, and like to actually like level up.
Is it a reskin of this game, or is it a whole different thing?
Nah, it's a whole different thing. The guy who actually made another game I played a while ago about like aliens and ghosts and stuff. Tin container.
So.
Oh shit! He said the. Oh my god. Oh, he's definitely a dude. It's just this is like a Scooby-Doo villain. Oh, he just like power bombed me.
He's doing pro wrestling moves on you.
It's like the people's elbow at the end there. It's just The Rock.
But the weirdest thing that I heard that people are apparently doing is that people who are really afraid of like spiders and stuff in their home is that they're buying like salt guns.
Oh yeah, I saw that. They had to kill bugs.
Like, that is so just weird to me. You like have a gun and you're shooting spiders. I don't know. Maybe I'm not afraid enough of spiders to be like, oh yes, I need to buy one of those.
Vinny was saying he got one, I think.
Really?
Yeah. He's got to shoot all those centipedes and stuff.
And then there was, I don't know who this was, but someone was talking about how they have a vacuum for spiders and stuff. And I remember they're like, oh yeah, anytime I got a spider around, just vacuum it up. You know, just, I've had this vacuum for a couple years now. And I'm like, well, so do you dump it out like outside or something? Like, no, I just vacuum it up. So they have this like giant, just like bowl full of spiders.
What?
In the vacuum bag that just collects over time. It's like, that sounds worse. Yeah, it's like instead of getting rid of spiders or whatever, you just collect them and let them like reproduce in your home.
That's awful, man. Yeah, I was gonna say you can't vacuum up spiders. They just live in the vacuum and they're like kings in there, basically.
Out of sight, out of mind. And then you get like 40 spiders that break out at night and murder you in your sleep.
They get sucked into the vacuum cleaner and it's just like a Rocko's Modern Life biome going on in there.
Exactly.
That's how I imagine it. It's kind of, how did he get up here? There's like a fence around this cliff. He just like just appeared and evaporated. Oh no, there's a path.
The spiders do this weird thing because apparently spiders can survive underwater because they're small enough and their legs, well, some spiders, not all, but tiny ones, can survive underwater because they can create a bubble of air around their bodies. And it just like creates this little like scuba suit, spider in a scuba suit kind of thing that they can survive underwater, and then they just float around until they reach the surface again, and then they can leave. So if you have a spider in your sink, just by filling it with water is probably making it stronger. It's not going to get rid of it.
So you're saying that at the bottom of most ponds and lakes, there's just a bunch of spiders running around in bubbles? It's scary as hell, man.
Probably. Just waiting for an unsuspecting swimmer.
I found some graves out here. I don't know if, like, just unmarked grave in this park. It's kind of bizarre.
Oh, I see. It's called a diving bell spider, and it's just that type of spider that does it. Their hairs trap air to their abdomen where their nostrils are located. Wow.
Amazing.
Yeah, I've never really had issues with spiders. I mean, they're usually just kind of doing their own thing. But I think everyone can agree that house centipedes are like the worst thing they have in your house. Like, I think I'd rather have mice than a house centipede. Because it's like, at least mice, you can kind of like use some common psychology. I don't know. You can kind of get into the mind of it, think how it might behave. But a house centipede just runs, has no direction in life. It's just lost. It just runs into everything, gets stuck in the sink, gets stuck in your fridge and your bed. It's just, you can't predict what it's going to do. It's kind of like a moth. Like a moth just sort of, it just flies into the light. Let's crash into the light bulb all night.
Wait, what gets stuck in your fridge in your bed? A mouse?
House centipede.
Oh.
Because they get themselves in bad situations and then they just like fly around everywhere and make noises. You hear their little legs scraping around in the sink at night.
What? Oh, there's a wolf attacking me. What? It wasn't even Bigfoot that killed me.
I think the word got around after the snake killed someone, so wolves are on alert too.
New victims in the national park. It wasn't even good enough news to be better than that football pitcher.
It's just a minor sidebar at the bottom. Local man killed by wolf. But the basketball team...
It couldn't even have been like the top of front page news that I was murdered. All right, what else do we have here? What else do we have? Here's one. Here's a crowd favorite. A little guy you probably know. The game would load. There we go. Who was the first cryptid I knew about, I guess. I remember going to see the Mothman Chronicles in the movie theaters. Like by accident, almost kind of in like the early 2000s. And it was
that old of a movie?
It's pretty old. I mean, that's not that old, but like, yeah. With Richard Gere, it's actually like not a bad movie, honestly. I'd recommend it. There's some scary moments. Let's do it.
I think Mothman.
It's called Moth.
Happy Mothers Day. I thought Mothman is at least a little more interesting. Oh, you got the story.
Hi, good luck with your Mothman hunt. LOL, hope you don't die. Make sure to take at least 3 good photos or no one will believe you, LOL. Nice close up and lit, fam. You could try to lure him in with your light, though I would be careful with that. Don't want to get too close Remember, you have to make it till 4 a.m. If you have any trouble finding anything, try looking near the old watchtower. I heard that's where most reported sightings come from. I think there was a tourist trail marking the way. Blue markings lead to the parking lot. Try maybe red. Mothman's hideout. It's a place. Ooh, it's crispy.
I think Mothman is at least a little more interesting compared to other cryptids because it's like the dude or the thing itself isn't really the threat. It's more like the events surrounding the appearance of Mothman.
Oh yeah, he's totally like taking on a different.
Yeah, it's not like, oh, Mothman's gonna kill me in my sleep. It's more like it's foreshadowing a tragic event. Like even during the Chernobyl rescue attempts to the workers inside, rescuers were saying that they saw two floating, glowing red orbs in the air. People are like, is it Mothman? Apparently.
Yeah, did you see that bedtime story about the Chernobyl?
Possibly. You mean that YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Probably did see it. Yeah.
It wasn't just Mothman, but there's a whole story about that actually. A flying creature being spotted during the Chernobyl meltdown. It's super creepy, but it's all based on accounts of people that aren't even alive anymore and stuff. So
yeah, and I think like the first mainstream appearance of Mothman was something like a bridge that collapsed somewhere in the U.S.
Yeah, that's what the that's what the Mothman Chronicles movie is recreating. Okay. Yeah, it was in Wyoming, I think. That's where that's where like the Mothman Museum is and stuff.
Isn't it West Virginia?
West Virginia. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because there's that Mothman.
Starts with a W. One of those W states.
It's Wyoming. But yeah, Point Pleasant. And they have the Mothman statue that just looks like that moth character from The Tick. You ever saw that show?
Yeah.
And he has a really defined ass. Like there's so many pictures of people just like slapping Mothman's ass. It's like you just Google search. Well, it's a safe Google search. Mothman statue ass, and you'll probably get lots of people doing it. It's become a joke.
I mean, he definitely blew up a lot over the past few years just because it was like a meme. And then I think there was like a Mothman in that new Persona game last year, Persona 5. And then what else was he in? Kind of, I guess Fallout 76.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 76 even just has the Mothman Museum in it. And they have a really
that's right. That's right.
recreation of the statue, too. Oh, my God. I just Google searched Mothman statue ass, and there's like a first-person point of view touching of Mothman. And there's a guy... Okay. I won't go into more detail. Chat will have to go on that rabbit hole on your own time.
I've seen a lot of things about Mothman. I gotta say, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, you know what you're going to be doing after the stream, then you have to do some research.
I got lost too. I thought there was a watchtower out here. What happened? I saw a light, I thought. Also, the background, the ambient noise just looped.
What's chat? What's SMT? Is that a game?
Well, it's like the same universe kind of that Persona is. Okay, there we go. Oh, wait, is that the car?
Oh, that's why I don't know what it is.
Is that where I started? Like he's a persona or like a demon or whatever that they have in that game. I can't tell if this is where I started or if this is somewhere different because they had like guardrails.
Oh, Shin Megami Tensei. I have no idea what that is.
There's just a random light post out in the middle of these woods. It doesn't even make sense. Where would the power be coming from? There's nothing else out here. They didn't say anything about this. Is that
be solar powered? Maybe it's an LED lamp.
I think he put that in to make the title screen for the game.
And then just left it there.
I think that's why he put that in, because it looks cool, I guess, like in the context of Mothman, like a light over a car. But I don't think that serves any other purpose. I think that was just like for a photo shoot, basically. I might have to start this over because I'm super lost. How to play. I know there's a watchtower, though. I need to go there. But yeah, I think he's been in a lot of different things over the years. But he does, like, that does predate all the memes and stuff, too. Like, you know, the Richard Gere movie obviously was quite a while ago. And, you know, the incident in West Virginia has got a lot of documentation floating around about it. So it's interesting. I think it's actually even a Native American legend, too.
Yeah, some of these go back really far, and they just sort of evolved over time. But like Point Pleasant in general seems like a really pleasant or really interesting place to visit, because like I said, they kind of fully embraced the fame of Mothman. Not only do they have a festival there and the museum, but it's just like all kinds of other like paranormal stuff to do there.
Yeah.
And there's the Low Hotel that's there, which one of my favorite Dan Bell videos is where they just spend the night in the Low Hotel. And apparently they got yelled at by the owner of the hotel after they did it. But
on the watchtower.
Yeah, it's just a weird, like,
Oh!
you know, whoa.
He's here. Oh my God. He has like udders. Oh, he disappeared.
Oh God, it's just another. See, Mothman doesn't kill people. What is this portrayal?
He looks like he's from The Tick. He looks like the moth guy from The Tick. I can't figure out how to get this camera to work. iPhone, please. No, go back out. I need you. He's just sitting there.
Yeah, textureless Mothman. He's just trying
to
find
he reacts to the light. It makes sense.
Oh. Oh, yeah. That's cool. It's an actual clever mechanic in one of these games.
Oh, I keep putting it away by accident.
He just wants his UVs back for his texture.
Yeah.
Which is also funny because UV is a type of light. And UV is also a 3D modeling texture term. Haha.
Oh, he got me.
One person will laugh at that in chat. Return to your car. That's the death animation.
Oh, that's why the car is there. It's like in a totally different spot. Dude, I could totally beat this. Yeah, why would he slap me? He's supposed to like give you information, isn't he? That's what was cool about the Richard Gere movie. Like he would get phone calls from like a disembodied, spooky. Well, I guess all phone calls are disembodied voices, but like, I don't know, just a really scary voice. And I think it was the Mothman calling him. And it's like implied that he was like an alien too and stuff and all sorts of wild things.
I'm surprised I haven't heard that used in a joke before. Someone is like, I was contacted by a disembodied voice. Like, did it tell you its name? Yeah, its name was Mom. Because they were on the phone talking to your mom. It's not a funny joke, but it's a weird connection.
Yeah, you were on a roll.
I know. Well, I'll laugh at my own jokes later. I'll think about them and be like, oh, yes.
Oh no, I've lost the trail. This trail is not very good. Just like a couple random paintings. It was this general direction, I think. All right, now I'm just walking backwards. Oh.
Yeah, that's my issue is I can think of weird connections to things that could potentially be a joke, but I have no comedic skill, so I can't figure out how do I present it in a way that elicits laughter. It's more like, yeah, I need to hire a comedian.
How make people laugh?
Yeah, is there a Google How article about, let's see, or WikiHow, sorry.
Oh, I found it. I found the trail. Or not the article, but there we go. Back on the trail. Also, the trees that have the markings on them are just like woven into the other trees. It's kind of spooky on its own.
Yeah, I should hire some of Vinny's writers to help out. There is a how to write comedy WikiHow article.
Of course there is. There's a lot of successful people who started reading those wiki articles about how to be funny. Okay, we got this time. I would know. See, it's not taking the picture now, though. Do I have to not be standing? There's a beautiful picture. Oh, it's right click. Oh. 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 Damn it, he got me.
Well, he's definitely, as the AI is, as intelligent as an actual moth. So it's pretty accurate.
I love, yeah, that's literally the sound effect they used for the Mothman, was like a moth fluttering sound effect. I love it. Like a big moth. Like a lunar moth. Yeah, it's just the Dark Souls you died. That's like what all these games use. Can't knock him for that, though. Yeah, Mothman wouldn't kill you directly. He would like suggest that something bad's gonna happen to you. That's like his job. That's like the whole thing. It's like the omen.
Yeah.
Of him appearing. Oh. I think that a lot of different cultures have like a Mothman myth, basically. Not the actual name, but that's why I think it's like some part of it is like a Native American myth, and they have a lot of spooky demons and stories like skinwalkers and stuff like that. So
yeah, I was just gonna say that skinwalkers is one that's gotten popular again lately.
Yeah, skinwalkers are that a lot of the stories about skinwalkers are some of the spookiest. Like the it's not always a skinwalker story. Excuse me, my voice is starting to go out. Like a monster that replicates people, but that tries to like sound like a human. Like when it tries to like talk. Like there's always a story of like someone like hearing like their mom say something to them, or another family member from like another room in the house. Oh, there he is. Got him. Oh yeah, beautiful. I used all my film. All right, you can leave. I got you.
Like he took 18 photos of him just stuck in the wall. It's like, look at this dumbass.
Where is he? He's everywhere at once. I don't know if I can find the trail. Oh, that's right there. Oh, he's just standing there. All right, let's do it. Beat this game. Yeah, he like predicts your death, and right, and then it like causes you to go insane.
I think Wendigos also do the voice imitation thing. They lure you in by making it sound like someone you know.
Isn't a Wendigo just a skinwalker? Isn't that just the same?
Maybe.
It's there.
Maybe.
Like until dawn. Oh no! Man. Also, I was looking through the camera. I don't know why I was doing that still.
It just slap you to death? It's just like open palm slap?
Yeah, that's how he does it. The Mothman.
It's like, yeah, when people talk about their stories about Mothman, it's like, I saw these distant red lights. It foretold the death of blah, blah, blah. And then he ran up to my car and slapped me.
Exactly.
That usually doesn't happen.
Exactly. In the Richard Gere movie, he like hits his head on the window when he sees the red eyes one time.
Huh.
All right. This is a game I just found the other day, but it fits the theme. Chupacabras. Dude, Taco Bell should totally do a promotion called the Chupacabra Chalupa or something like that. Because every time I think of chalupa, or every time I see the word, I think of Chupacabra. Like, that would be perfect. Like Chupacabra sauce or something like that.
What literally translates to goat sucker.
Dude, it would be so good. Like, yeah, goat tacos or something. I don't know.
Taco Bell selling goat meat.
Baja Chupra. I don't know.
Chalupa Cabra, chat just said. Amazing.
Oh, dude, I'm starving too.
We're not sponsored by Taco Bell, by the way. But they can use the
Not
idea
yet.
if they want.
Hootie's got to go to like a Taco Bell hotel or something like that. So.
Oh, that's right. He probably really hates you now for reminding everyone of that.
Oh, I got goat powers. All right. So in this game, you just got to not get sucked by the Chupacabra. It's just Goat Simulator, but with the Chupacabra. You actually play as the goat. You got to give them points for that. They're getting outside the box. Taco Bell TM. I don't remember these power-ups being around. Detection range. Oh, I can detect him. It's Goat Simulator, but not as good. How'd they do it? I just wasted all that. Oh, it's just another goat. Goat rescued. Let's go, dude. With how fast this goat is running right now, if he ran into that tree or that rock, he would just be dead. He'd be his own worst enemy.
No, goats can do some pretty amazing things, though. Those like cliff walking goats that stand on like vertical inclines somehow.
I think this is. What the hell?
Is that the same place from the...
Yeah, it's like the same Goat Man place.
Is this the origin story of Goat Man?
Someone meticulously... Oh, I thought these were trees planted in a row. I was like, what the fuck? But they're just spike walls. This is the beginning of the Vitch.
Is your name Philip?
Yeah, Black Phillip. The spike wall that is not completed. I don't know what the purpose of all that is.
Well,
there's the other goat. There he is.
Yeah, it looks like you need to get 4 more goats.
The other day when I was playing this, I immediately got attacked by the Chupacabra.
Just looks like a Murloc from the Warcraft universe.
They really didn't need like stamina for this game or anything like that, though. Nah, Chupacabra is legit. That's a great urban legend cryptid monster. What's that? It works because it could just be like a dog with mange or something like that. I think there was like an X-Files episode actually about the Chupacabra too. There's like acid rain in that episode for some reason.
Weird.
They're like reaching for some ideas. Whoa. Oh yeah, the goat can go up the side of the mountain. Yeah, that's a good point too. Like the Chupacabra has like a purpose and like a method of eating, like sucking goats or whatever. Like Bigfoot, yeah, what does he do?
just appears at a distance and then disappears.
Whoa. It's not like he eats feet or anything like that, though.
Don't give Chad any ideas.
Because if chupacabra translates to goat sucker. Oh, shit. There he is. Oh, my God. He just rolls up, takes a chomp. That was a Pokemon. Wasn't that just Totodile? Oh, my. Just got bounced. Hey, he's just like a vampire, but for goats. It's also true. I wonder if I can get on top of that house. It was a Murloc. I mean, there's a pretty good chance he appears in some other game. Let's face it. Yeah, that's not working.
Okay, apparently Chupacabra has appeared all over the world. It says first sightings were in Puerto Rico.
Oh, he's really going for the rear too, like hind portion of the goat.
He just flies away too after he bites you.
That's why I think it might be a Pokemon.
Gotta get the Master Ball out.
Oh, you actually can fight him. I see. So you're supposed to fight him back. Also, my health are little hearts in the corner. It's like it's Zelda or something. I can only get sucked one more time, and then this goat is done.
Well, he said he didn't have very much stamina, so
It's running out pretty quick. There we go. Some more stamina. It's just what I needed. Thought I heard him. I've seen no sign of any other goats either. Like, I don't know if you can win this game. Oh, we're almost at 7,200. Thank you guys for all the support. Hoping we can hit maybe 7,500 before we end this block, maybe. Possibly.
I think we have 15. Wait, no. Oh, no, 10 more minutes, I think, right?
Yeah, it looks like 11. I know people want that Bigfoot hair, so I don't know.
Yeah, Jeff is going to provide indisputable proof of Bigfoot if we reach, what was it, 8,000?
Yeah, 8,000 for the Bigfoot hair.
Then you'll just eat packages of ketchup in addition to that, just because.
Yeah, the incentives are piling up from the past few charities, but
combine them all into one event.
Also, this is kind of like the proto version of, whoa, okay, there we go. Some kind of podcast we're going to do.
Yeah. We'll have specific things to talk about.
Yeah, there's nothing else in here. All right. Next game. All right, this one. I think this one was proven to be a hoax actually already, but it's still real to me, damn it. Oh, this one's actually just called Cryptid Hunter.
So Hootie was right after all?
Oh, wait, this is something. Is this the right game? Oh, yeah, this is it.
Is this Pokemon Snap?
Yeah. Just taking pictures. So a couple of years ago, the Fresno Nightcrawler story kind of hit the internet. It was a big deal. Oh, there he is. Is that actually him? Or is that a ghost? Yeah, I'm like gliding around. It's the Fresno Nightcrawler. This game is so janky, yeah. It's more of just like a little student game, I think, but it was the only game I could find about the Fresno Nightcrawler. Yeah, spooky pants. So the Fresno Nightcrawler is that guy. Although it just looks like a ghost from Undertale or something. So dumb looking. uh,
Is that from like Spooky's House of Jump Scares? Just
no,
got lost.
it's just like someone's random ghost, I guess. Yeah, that's him. Let's take a picture of him. I think that's the whole game. You win. Yeah, that was a good one. I like how it's called Cryptid Hunter too, and that's just it. I think I saw a lot of people saying they didn't know what the
Yeah, I found a whole wiki article about the Fresno Nightcrawler.
I'll show you real quick because it's a funny one. I think the Fresno Nightcrawler is probably your cutest cryptid, possibly. He needs a little bit more exposure. I don't know if this is actually. It's like awful vision. It's not too bad. So someone's like security cameras caught this footage. Just a guy.
Oh,
Some awful quality, but it basically just looks like a pair of pants walking through the night. And it was definitely like a hoax that someone pulled, but I don't know. It caught a little bit of wind. Legit. Yeah, it really happened.
They made sure to purchase a security camera from like 1992 to get that footage.
There we go. That's pretty much all. I think that's about it. That's all I got. I thought the Fresno Nightcrawler game was gonna be a little bit longer, but we're about there now. We got a few minutes left, but just want to thank Mono for coming on. It's kind of a spur of the moment idea I had today to bring Mono on and
Yeah.
spit some expertise out about cryptids.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I feel bad I wasn't able to like participate and stream and stuff for this event this year just because I have a new job and all kinds of crazy stuff happening. So yeah, I got right off of work and immediately came home and Jeff invited me over to do this. And this is a lot of fun. So thank you for having me here, Jeff.
No problem, man. Thanks for coming on. It was a lot of fun. Maybe you should link your video you made about the ARG that we did for Vine Sauce's Hope over the summer too in chat if people haven't seen it yet.
Well, I can't post links in chat, but if y'all go to YouTube and type Scumsoft into YouTube, you can find my video that I made recently about the charity Vine Sauce's Hope last year. Big ol' alternate reality game that a lot of us like Bark Script and Great Sphinx and Awesome Jacoby and Ali in chat and Norix and see who else am I friend? Peer Deer.
A lot of
and
people.
Piter. Everyone contributed to it. It was a really awesome thing. So kind of my payback to everybody for participating was I just made a little video that was behind the scenes. And then the video ended up being an hour long, way longer than I anticipated it normally. But I was like, oh, well, I'll just go all out. Oh, thank you for linking it in chat.
Yeah, I think they permitted you to, so you could link it as well. But all right, well, thanks again, everybody, for hanging out. again, this has been VidyaBum with my guest, the Monotonist. Should definitely stick around for the next portion of the stream. Joel's gonna be wrapping it up. Um, we're almost at 7,200 right now. We're at 7,186. So thank you very much, everybody, for your generous donations. I think there's a half-hour break between now and Joel's shift, but that's coming up. Yeah, thanks again, everybody, and thanks, Mono, for coming on.
No problem.
And obviously, thank you to everybody in chat and the whole organization for helping us out and making this possible, and all our wonderful volunteers. There we go. Let's see if Gear is around. All right, Mono, I'm gonna hang up on the Google call now.
All right, see you later.
Thanks again, dude.
Uh
Where is Google? There we go. All right, Gear. I don't know if you're there. Hope we can probably switch it over in a minute here or two.
I'm here. You're just muted on Discord.
Oh, I actually have it on push to talk. There we go.
There you go.
All right, I guess we could swap it over whenever you're ready.
Sounds good.
All right, thanks again, everybody. Thank you for having me on. Don't forget to get those